Gather round, folks, and I'll share with you a story. More of a legend, really. The legend of Bandana Brad. See, one day a gang of ne'er-do-wells rolled into town of bununu Bard. They were known as the 3 to 4 overripe bananas gang. The town gathered their dries, 1.5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a pinch of salt, along with 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and a pinch of nutmeg. They made a plan to deal with them pesky interlopers. They tried smashing them, but the gang seemed to like it. So much so that the gang went and rustled up 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and, well, they smashed them up too. The town, well, they poured 1/2 cup of melted butter to try to gum up the works, but didn't do a darn thing. The mayor sent 2 of the toughest eggs around to tell them to get the shell out of town, but no such luck. The banana gang made a swift example of them too. Now, the war was on. The town of Bonbon Bird versus the bananas, and the bananas were winning. They tried to drown them out with flour, 1.5 cups, but still the banana gang came out on top. Nuts, said the town. A 1/2 cup of walnuts, to be exact. No good. Things looked bleak for Bikini Bend. The gang had near overwhelmed the whole town. But then one day, with no warning, a shot rang out in the night. Brandy. But from who? Before you could whistle your Dixie, 1/4 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of softened butter, and 1/4 cup of brown sugar got mixed up in the only way they knew how, under the watchful eye of Bandana Brad. Brad and the Streusel posse set out, putting the gang in their place right quick. A greased loaf pan. The Streusel posse were gonna protect that town like it was their own, and they surrounded the gang faster than you could say wet, grainy, sand-like consistency. The posse, led by Bandana Brad, put the heat to the gang, 350 Fahrenheit for 50 minutes or so, or until a thin poker inserted into the banana gang came out clean. Brad went down with the gang in the end. It was the only way he and the posse would know how, after all. But their legend lives on in the town of Benintendi Bend, and in our heart of hearts. So if you find yourself surrounded by overripe bananas, remember bununu Bard, Bandana Brad, and the Streusel gang. And you know what? You're gonna be alright.
Are you making up long, convoluted backstories for your food again?
No, don't come in! We'll see you next time, partner.